There we go. Now we're recording. Well, welcome to our Red Jacket Rally. So excited for Sarah, Summer, and Kim who have earned tonight's call. We are recording it just because I know a couple couldn't be on, and I know we're going to have some new red jackets in our unit by the end of the month. And so I wanted to have this recording saved so then they can watch it once they get into red as well. And so I wanted to ask, does anyone do their bug list? Okay, I know Summer, you're on today. Or if you guys are watching the replay, did you do your bug list? So if you remember from last month, your bug list is making a list of everything that you do and then marking it as far as like categorizing things that only you can do, like, brushing your teeth or, making your to-do list for the day or whatever it is that only you can do. And then marking like what is on that list that doesn't bring you joy or doesn't make you money. And that is going to help you delegate. Okay. You wrote things down, but haven't done anything to cross those off yet. That's okay. That's okay. It takes time. It takes time to think through that and learn, figure out what can be delegated and what can't be delegated. But I would definitely encourage you, and those who are watching this as a replay too, to try to get that done even this week, because the sooner you get that done, it's just going to relieve a load of stress off your shoulders and will give you options moving forward and really help you grow your business. And so I do want to give a little bit of a shout out and congratulations to our beauty consultants who had some commissions last month. And so shout out to Sarah, who earned 9% commission and her check was just over $47. Summers was a 6% check, which was just over $45. Also had a $50 Great Start bonus, which is super exciting. And then Kim had an 8% commission check, and her commissions were a little over $57. And so, there's a couple tanks of gas or one tank of gas, depending, I guess, on the size of your vehicle, or some extra groceries or a date night or anything like that. And so I love that we can take our commissions and use it for some extra stuff. Okay. And so I just want to give a little bit of shout out. And as I was telling Emily before we started tonight, as we get more red jackets, which I know we're growing, I know they're coming, we will be doing some more formal Greco, but I did just want to give a shout out to you ladies who worked really hard last month. And I know numbers are going to be even higher as we are in double credit in the month of March. And so tonight's training is kind of twofold. One, I wanted to share with you some graphics that National Sales Director Diana Sumter shared with me, and I had sent these to Emily a while ago. Emily, they'll look familiar here, I'm sure. But they walk in detail through a consultant's great start time frame, especially this month, as a lot of consultants are joining our Mary Kay family. The better equipped we all are together to walk our new team members through the great start time frame, the better off they're going to be and the better off you're going to be, and we are going to be as units. And I am only one person. Emily's only one person. We can only talk to so many people ourselves. And so that is where you as Red Jackets get to come into play and help come alongside your new team members and helping them get out of their business what they want to get out of their business. And so I am going to go ahead and screen share here. Let me get this graphic pulled up, and I will text these to you all afterwards as well. I just want to make sure I showed them on here for you tonight. Okay, let me screen share here. This bright green button that I was totally missing. Okay, all right, here we go. Okay, so this is the first graphic that I wanted to share with you all tonight, and it is a calculator for someone's great start time frame. I'm actually going to have to zoom in and make it bigger because it's kind of hard for me to see right now. Just a second. Okay, there we go. Now I can see it. I don't know if it got bigger for you all, but this is a wonderful tool. This is not something to just post on Facebook and, post in your future unit groups, things like that. But it's a tool to walk through with consultants individually. And so it will probably get to the point where you will be holding conversations with your new team members, talking about their, first few months in Mary Kay, how they can really maximize. And of course, for now, Emily and I, as your sales directors, will be doing this, but I thought this would be a helpful tool for you to have in your tool belt moving forward as you guys are growing your teams. And so this calculator, first off, talks about the ready, set, sell. The ready, set, sell is the initial order that a beauty consultant makes to Mary Kay. If they make it within their first 15 days, that is where that 15-day color bundle comes into play, along with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 of these 4 bundles. I don't think you can see my mouse, but the 4 bundles that are pictured there kind of in the middle. And so For example, we're going to go ahead and flip this over here to the next picture, and it's actually going to show, whoops, wrong way. There's our weekly queens from last month. There we go. It's actually going to show it filled in, so it'll be a little easier to look through and talk about. So let's say a beauty consultant comes in with the largest store that she can maximize her free product. That's the Emerald level, okay? That's $3,600 wholesale. She is going to get almost $1,200 in free product just on the bundles. But then when you pick the color bundle in there, over $1,300 in free Mary Kay. Like, that is absolutely incredible. Like, I say all the time, I wish I could go back as a new consultant and get more free product because it's so amazing. And then after the initial order, every $600 benchmark is where your team members can get more free product. So this graphic is going to show if they were to max out all the free product they could get in their first 4 months. So ready, set, sell is their initial order. Ready, set, selling keeps going after their initial order. Every 600 benchmark, they get more free product. And so they can choose bundles 1, 2, or 3 here, pictured on the right-hand side. It does include a mirror and tray. And so that's why the max it could be is $121.50. So if they max out and get all of these extra bundles, that's an extra $729 in free product. Okay. Extra $729. That is exciting. That's like, basically free money that Mary Kay is giving you. And then we move down into the team building aspect of a beauty consultant's first few months. I feel like this area shocks new consultants when I tell them about it, because not only do you get the cash bonus, if you as a new consultant, let's say I signed up in March, so my great start time frame is March, April, May, and June. I add Susie and Mary and Jane and Diane and Melissa to my team within those 4 months, and they all become Great Start qualified. Here's what I'm going to get. I will get an extra free product bonus bundle for each of them valued at $222. That's right, $222. Take that times 5, it's $1,160 in free product that you can either sell for that full profit or invest it and then double your money on money you didn't even invest in of your own because Mary Kay gave it to you. And so, a little over almost $1,200 in free product just for team building in your first few months. Now, you also get the cash bonuses. So when you help your new consultants become Great Start qualified, you get a $50 cash bonus. It does sweeten the pot a little. When you're a sales director, it's $100. But this is for a brand new beauty consultant. Just by sharing Mary Kay with her friends and family, can get up to $250 cash bonuses her first few months. Now, the $50 cash bonus goes on after the Great Start time frame. This is just during those first 4 months. So the grand total of adding all this together, if she were to max out all of these bundles in her Great Start time frame, is almost $3,500 of free Mary Kay. Okay, that's just taking 100% profit, not anything else from other product sales or team commissions or anything like that. That is just the free product that Mary Kay is giving her. Now, if you look back and she came in with an Emerald inventory order, that's $3,600. She's going to make $3,500 of that in free product. So what I love to teach new consultants is, yes, if you need the profit, take it. But if you want to take that $3,500 in sales, think if they were to reinvest even half of it, they're going to get an extra $3,500 in free if they invest half of it. Like, the math on this is Mary Kay is so generous when it comes to a new consultant's first few months in Mary Kay. And so I know this is a lot, of numbers. Sorry, we're getting to that one here in a second. I know it's a lot of numbers. So I want to know, does anybody have questions? And Emily did say that, yes, bundle 2 is currently unavailable because Satin Lips is out of stock, but I think it's supposed to be back in later this month, hopefully. So, does anybody have any questions or comments, or does this blow your mind? Have you ever seen anything like this? Is it helpful? Give me some feedback. Emily, you can chime in too if you want.
Hopefully you can hear me okay, but thank you, Mary Kay, for the extra income and the extra bundles that you get as well.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it crazy once you add all that up, how much free stuff there is? Yeah. Kim, I don't know if are you able to see the graphic? I know you're in the kitchen too, my dear.
Is my camera on? I was trying to turn the camera off.
Yeah, it's on. You're good.
Hi. I had to make salsa for Jesse.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, I can see that. I got it right here. I'm in the sink now. So yeah,
Perfect.
I got it right here.
Perfect.
Yeah. So can we print this off? Is it going to be in the bold unit or?
I'm probably not gonna post it, but I will text it to you. Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. I know I heard you say in the beginning that we probably wouldn't use it, but I mean on our pages, but.
Yes. Yep. I'll text it to all of you just so you have it. Because this is something more so that, and I can like email you the digital file too. Like I don't mind doing that. I just don't want to just post it because if a new consultant were to just find this file and look at it and not know what it was talking about,
yeah,
I'd be a little overwhelmed.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd like to, just have it to look at it.
Yes. Yep. I will get it to all of you. Yep. Absolutely.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. I'm listening. I'm just doing dishes.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're totally fine. Totally fine. Yeah, Summer popped in the comments. It's wild to see it all broke down. Like it is, it's crazy. It's crazy. And so I feel like this is going to be a really helpful tool. Like I said, especially as we're team building. And Sarah and Kim, I don't know if you know this or not, but when we just did our bingo, Summer is signing up 4 new consultants today. Yeah. Kim's jaw just dropped. That's where Summer and I's jaw has been the last little while. Like, oh my gosh. And she has layered the heck out of these women. And they all just decided to do it today. So I said, congratulations. I've never signed up that many people in one day. Which is super, super exciting. So yeah, so this is what I wanted to talk about first, just because I thought this would be helpful. But I also, as our Red Jacket leaders, wanted to give you a little insight as to some changes that will be coming in April in terms of Pink Bootcamp training with the emphasis of those in their Great Start timeframe. And so Emily and I were chatting earlier today, and we were kind of evaluating Pink Bootcamp because we've been doing it, oh my gosh, Emily, a little over a year now together, I think, the two of us. And it's been awesome. I hope it's been helpful, but we haven't had a lot of people that have filled out all the entries for the butterfly pin and the homework. And I know the work gets done, but it's not always in the right week. And then it's like, well, do you count it? Do you not? And so we are going to be revamping Pink Bootcamp a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. And I'm really excited because we're going to put an emphasis on the Great Start timeframe. Because honestly, like new consultants in their Great Start timeframe, if they were to watch, all 4 of those videos, maybe once or twice, like all 4 of the trainings, then you should have a pretty good, grip as to where you need to be with your business. And I think all of you are way past, Pink Bootcamp. And so I am working to figure out the exact details, but basically the videos will be pre-recorded. They will go live on, I think, a Sunday night at like maybe 8:00. So end of the weekend, most people are home. They can watch live. There's an option for recording. There is a way that I can actually use StreamYard, my streaming device, to basically create a StreamYard viewing area kind of deal. And you can say you're going to watch, you can comment, you can interact, all the things, or I may just stream it to YouTube and have it be a YouTube link that people can watch. The nice thing with the StreamYard, viewing room, I guess you could say, is a bunch of new consultants can be in there together and chatting and commenting and interacting. And so the videos, I will still try to keep 30, maybe 40 minutes. I don't want them to be too long and overwhelming, but I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into money management and taxes and what to expect and keeping track of your mileage, and basically probably cutting out the Mary Kay Ash notes, but still offering that as an extra training was an idea that Emily had, to where it's still practical, but it's basically kind of a review of the other 3 weeks anyways. So those videos will start in April. Okay. Start in April. And then what we're going to do for our unit meetings is change things up just a little bit. And I know we tweaked the time. Summer, this is before you came in back last summer. And so it was started the seminar year. We changed our Zoom meetings to 7 for our team, and then Pink Bootcamp afterwards. And we're going to move it to 7:30. Okay. Unit meetings will be 7:30 starting in April, partially my family schedule has changed. So I need to be able to accommodate Easton has baseball practice on Mondays from 6 to 7. And I'm not just going to change this every few months, I promise. But basketball, I ran into that during basketball season, and I'm assuming that's going to continue for a few more years now. And I feel like a little bit later into the evening, it'll be more so after supper. Everyone's able to get home from work, just give a little bit more time. So maybe the evening's not so rushed. And so training will be at 7:30 till, I don't know, like 7:10 or 8:10, excuse me, 8:15 at the latest, the 45 minutes or so. And then what will happen is all new consultants in their Great Start time frame will stay on Zoom, and we'll get to do a debriefing, ask questions, answer questions in regards to the training they would have watched the day before. Okay. So like I said, this is coming next month. It is new. There will be new graphics. I will be communicating it. But you guys are the first ones to hear about it. Like I said, I wanted to focus really on those in their Great Start time frame. And that way too, the videos are going to be, they're going to be pre-recorded. So they'll be the same ones on a loop. So if they need to rewatch when they can, but otherwise, like, they're going to be good to go. And we'll do like a graphic or reco of, hey, you graduated Pink Boot Camp, new consultant boot camp, if you've watched all the videos and, chatted with your director afterwards. So that is coming. Does anybody have any thoughts, feedback, suggestions? Because I know all of us are on here are team building, and so I'd love to answer any questions or have your input for tweaking and editing that moving forward.
I like it.
Okay, good. What about it do you like?
I like the 7:30 a whole lot.
Okay.
7's a little early, even for me, and I don't even have kids anymore at home.
Yeah.
Just because that's, then I'm not doing dishes at 9 o'clock.
Right.
Like almost tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, give me the wrong thing. Going forward and being able to go, because, like for the last year, we've done the same thing every single Monday. And
right.
The training is, I don't want to say redundant, but it's the same every single week.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I think this is great.
Good. Well, and it is designed to, like, once you've done all and gone through the training, is not necessarily to stick around. Of course, you're welcome to.
Right.
It's, good to have a refresher, or like if you know that you have new team members who will be on, maybe joining with them, here and there. But yeah, okay, 7:30. I'm glad you love that. Okay.
I do. I really like that new time.
Okay. It's coming. April 1st, 2 weeks.
Awesome.
Okay. Yep. And Summer popped in the chat, being able to watch whenever is a good idea. Yep. So I do know that even if we do the StreamYard, a friend was talking to me about it yesterday, but there is a way for a replay link. I just haven't figured that out or asked or tried to look into it, but I will. And if it's too complicated, I will just do YouTube. I just wanted people to be able to comment and interact, kind of have that community of new consultants because they'd be working and learning together. You said also committing 2 hours. Yep. Is a little harder with Pink Boot Camp. Absolutely. And why you haven't finished most of it. Okay. I love it. I love the feedback. I am always open to tweaking and changing and, still keeping the core concepts of Mary Kay and, our values, but like, it's okay to pivot and it's okay to change and freshen things up from time to time. And, what I have been told as a director is, give something like 5 or 6 months. You got to give it a little while to kind of see if it's going to work, if it's not, and then maybe make some tweaks and changes moving forward. So I love that feedback. Thank you. Sarah, I don't know, are you able to unmute, my dear? Do you have any feedback? It looks like you might be frozen. Or if you want to pop something in the chat. Or do you have anything you want to add?
I just love the ability for it to be a day earlier because then they can give us feedback. Because when you're brand new, you get a whole lot of information thrown at you that it is overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
No matter how much we try not to make it overwhelming, it can very easily get there.
Right. Yeah.
So having that ability to watch it, process, and then come back and say, okay, here's my questions, here's my takeaways. And it's a smaller group that are all in the same circle of like same life things are happening to them all. They're all going through the same steps at that time. So it's not, oh, I've got someone over here who's been in Mary Kay for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's someone who's brand spanking new. And then they feel intimidated.
Right. That's true. That's a good point. I like that. Okay, well, I'm glad you all are excited about it because when I learned about this, I was like, ooh, we can do that. So I'm excited about it. I'm glad you're excited too. Okay. So the next part of our meeting tonight, I'm going to be talking about working with and coaching your team. Okay. And so if you do have ability to, grab a pen and paper, I'd encourage you to do so. I am recording tonight. So if you need to come back through and, watch it here a little bit later, that's totally fine. Also, I'm trying to get my screen to, there we go, move a little bit because it was taking up my entire screen. Okay. Well, it still kind of is. Oh, well. Oh, well, it's totally fine. Okay. So, I wanted to kind of walk you guys through, some coaching questions. And tonight, like I will be asking you guys these questions, but then I also have a picture of this too, so you can have this for future reference as might take over coaching sessions with your team members as you're growing and building. And like I said, there's only one of me, so I can only do so much. So that's where we all get to help each other as we are working and building and growing together. And so the first question that I would ask, if I'm working with a consultant, so tonight working with you three, or Emily, if you want to do this too, you're more than welcome to. Is I would ask, what's your goal this month? Okay, what is your goal? That's what I would ask. And if you guys want to pop it in the chat as we're going through this, you're more than welcome to make it a little more interactive. But what's your goal this month? I know for most, if not all of us, we want to max out some sort of double credit. So that is a big goal for the month of March. And then my follow-up question to this would be, do you know what it will take to reach that goal? Okay, do you know what it's going to take to reach that goal? Especially with new consultants, they know what they want to work towards. And even for me, sometimes I'm like, I need help with the steps to get there. And so asking what it takes to reach that goal then may lead to other questions and conversations and, kind of working through the steps by steps. And, okay, if you want to recruit 6 team members, well, in Summer's case, you just need to do a lot of layering to get 4 today. But on average, 1 in 4, 1 in 5 that you chat with will recruit. Now, all these women she's recruiting, have been chatted with before and layered, like I said. But that means you need to talk to at least 24, 30 women about the Mary Kay opportunity if you want to max out 6 new team members this month. Okay. And so that is a really good question to ask your team member is 1, what is your goal? And 2, do you know what it's going to take to reach that goal? All right. The next kind of follow-up question in the same category that's really helpful to ask is, well, how do you plan to achieve that? Okay. So it kind of gets the wheel spinning of, okay, so if I need to talk to 24 to 30 women about the Mary Kay opportunity, what are the different options? And this is where you can help your team members come up with options of what you have done that's worked for you. Maybe it's going back to the layering chart and putting names on a layering chart and, starting to layer them. Maybe it is committing to holding so many appointments to see so many women, to ask so many women. So kind of knowing the numbers and the averages of Mary Kay. And do I expect you guys to go out and do this tonight? No. I will obviously am willing to work with you and work with your team members. I know Emily is as well. But these are just really good questions to engage in conversation with your team and really just let them know that, hey, like I'm here to support you. I'm here to help you get what you want out of your business. We're in this together. Okay. So that is kind of like the first area of questions, has to do with the goal. What is it? Do you know what it's going to take to reach it? And okay, how are we going to achieve that? All right. The next question I would talk about, or the next topic, I guess you could say, is inspect what you expect. Okay. Inspect what you expect. All right. Here's kind of goes a little bit deeper and it kind of ties to number 1. So inspect what you expect. Do you know what to do? Not only do you know what it's going to take to reach it, but do you know what to do? And do you know when you're going to do it? And so this is where you could talk with your team about, fitting Mary Kay in pockets of the day. It could be coaching them on maybe holding so many appointments or scheduling so many career chats. Just kind of digging deep and asking the questions to see what they do know or what they don't know or where they have questions is really going to help you become a good leader for your team by asking these questions to them. The last part of inspecting what you expect, like what the expectations are to hit the goals, is on a scale of 1 to 10. Are you willing to do what you now know we've talked about you need to do and when you're going to do it? Like, how willing are you? Because if they know what they need to do and their ranking scale is maybe down on a 3 or 4, like they're like, nope, not this month. I've just got too much going on. then that's okay. But it helps us as leaders know where our people are at, to know, okay, she's got vacation this week, she's got surgery this week, she's got, these after school programs. Okay, her life is a little fuller this month, but hey, she put an 8 on her paper. Like, she's ready to give it a go. Like, she's willing to work around. Then you know better how to coach or check in with her versus she puts a 3 or 4. They're like, okay, well, then you would still work with her, but maybe not as to the highest level that you would if she were to put like an 8, 9, or 10 as far as her ranking of what she's willing to do. Okay. So this is all about inspecting what you expect. Okay, there's only four topics, but the third is the why theory. The why, WHY theory. Let me get a drink real quick. I've been talking a lot today. Sorry, down at the bottom of my tea. Okay, so the why theory. Your why, your team member's why, is going to be the most powerful motivator that there is. The why is going to help keep her focused. It's going to help keep you focused on why you're wanting to reach whatever goal that you have set for you in your business right now. The why is going to help you and her see that big picture. It's going to move past the challenging times. I know we've talked about whys and focuses and vision boards, which we're making those all, which I'm so excited we're all going to do together here in a couple days. But the why is really what helps you keep your focus when times are good and when times are bad. Okay. And so maybe some like follow-up questions to that would be, why do you want to reach that goal? Like, okay, so for example, I want to achieve Cadillac unit again. If someone, say Emily, was to ask me, oh, why do you want to become a Cadillac director again? It kind of helps get the process going to think a little bit deeper. Well, I know the impact it has for my unit members when we go to events. You get special seating, you get special recognition, you get special meals. Also, it just brings a smile to so many faces. I have stories upon stories of, just having my car sit outside at the gym as I'm running eons amounts of miles on the treadmill because it's windy and cold outside. And I see people driving or walking by the Cadillac, and they look and they just smile. It brightens their day. Will I ever meet them? I don't know, but it brought a smile to their day. Or the people that are, you're at the stop sign and they're looking like this all the way around the stop sign with a big old smile on their face. Like, is that really pink? You just sit there and wave. And there's so much more meaning than just a pink car that comes alongside with becoming a pink Cadillac unit. And so those would be a few reasons why. Also, my kids, they want another pink Cadillac. They're excited to earn it. They're excited to color in the little hearts and things like that. So why do you want to reach that goal? Whatever goal you have right now for your business, why do you want to reach it? Okay. A follow-up to that is, why is it important to you? Okay. Why is it important to you? For me, earning that Cadillac, it shows that our unit they're women of excellence. Okay. It shows that you can do hard things when you set your mind to it. It shows other women, if I can, she can too. Okay. That's why it's important to me. Number 3 is also third question, in follow-up is, why will that make an impact on your life? Why will achieving whatever goal you're working towards make an impact in your life? And as you're thinking through these questions tonight, why do you want to reach your goal? Why is it important to you? Why will it make an impact in your life? You just get a little deeper and deeper and deeper into the true heart of the why. Okay, so why will becoming a Cadillac unit again make an impact in our life? Well, you guys all know my goal is to become a national sales director, to be able to lead an area of women that, are working towards goals together and achieving dreams and all those things. And you have to be in a Cadillac to be considered to become a national sales director. So I can't be driving, an Equinox or a Trax and submit for NIQ, national qualification. You have to be in a Cadillac. And I truly believe this next Cadillac we earn is going to be the one that we're in when we become a national area. Okay, so that's why I know it's going to make an impact, not only in my life, but in all of our lives on here tonight, and the other women in our Mary Kay family, and those who haven't even thought about joining yet. They don't even know they're going to, but they will someday. They will someday. The fourth question to ask is, what are the 3 most important steps for you to take or to achieve this week? So these are coaching questions that, 1, you could ask yourself. 2, you could pair up with an accountability partner. 3 as your sales director could do these with you, or senior sales director. And while you're on this side of the screen for me. And these are questions you could do weekly check-ins like with your team members as well. And you may not get through all of the questions. You may figure out after a little bit, okay, I already know what I need to do. Like, let's go get to work. But what are the 3 most important steps for you to take or to achieve this week to help you get 1 step, 2 step, 3 steps closer to your goal? Okay. So that's kind of like the question side of things, but there are a few other things to consider. One is, what is her personality? Okay. On this graphic that I'll send to you guys, it asks about her DISC personality. I don't know if you guys have heard of the DISC personality test. I need to refresh myself on it a little bit more. I mean, I know personalities. I love personality tests. I need to refresh myself on this one. But it talks about those who have a dominant personality, some who are more introverted, some who are more extroverted, some who love a competition and a challenge, others who need to know every single detail before they're going to be able to move forward. So if you're working with someone who needs to know all the details, that's an S. My S is my secondary. I want to know the details. And I'm very detailed. If you just tell me, hey, we're going to go do this, I'm gonna be like, whoa. I need to know this, and this before I'm going to say, yes, I'm going to do that with you. Okay. And so knowing someone's personality and how they think and how they live is going to really help when it comes to coaching them. Maybe a question to ask might be, what's her current life situation? Okay. Sometimes life in terms of family or marriage or children or, work, like those types of outer environment situations can really play an impact in how someone can or can't work their business. Okay. I know last night, I don't think Emily would mind that I say this, her son was having a hard time. And so she's like, hey, can your unit members join? That's parenting. That's just life. That's her current life situation. It was a little hard to be able to focus and teach a unit meeting. And so I've had that before. Sickness. There's another big factor when it comes to life situations. We've tag teamed on trainings and meetings and helping do grand openings for each other just because life has happened. And so knowing your team member's current situation can play a big factor as well. And also thinking too, like if you've had a previous conversation with someone, what you guys talk about then, and kind of bring that into what you're talking about now. So anyway, those are just some outer, factors to consider when it comes to working with your team members and coaching. And I just got this graphic recently and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. And so I knew it was something that, I've been able to implement already with some coaching conversations. And I hope, it's going to be a blessing for you all too. So it's called Coaching to Connect is what it is. And this can be, like I said, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, depending on how much coaching your team member is going to want. And so I'd love for you guys now just to, do you guys have any questions about that, or did something like stand out like, oh, that's a really good question? I think that'd be helpful for people.
I'll just say I really like the questions. I remember those times we've had conversations and I'm like, I just don't know what to do. And you always ask those questions. I'm like, okay, I know what to do now.
Yes.
So it really makes you to think, and it gives you more ideas of what to do instead of thinking you're done. You don't know what else to do.
Right. Yeah. And even me, like there's been times I'm like, I don't know what I should be doing next. And so, I mean, even at my level, like there's always women to reach up to and out to and, ask for direction. And, yeah, so I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you like it. I don't know, Kim, Sarah, any feedback, or Em, any thoughts on this? Emily, I don't think I had sent this to you before, so this is all brand new for you too. Sorry, try not to slurp the final little drop of tea I have left in my cup.
I will say they are good coaching questions, especially if after the first round you can ask one, okay, are you wanting me to check in weekly, bi-weekly, monthly? And if they start to push towards a goal, change it and say, well, should double check. Do you want me to keep checking in every week or every month? And then, or do you want me to bump it up to every week? So it can be adjusted.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah. And it doesn't have to stay the same for sure. And I think that also is adjusted with the life situations too. Like life happens and we get to adjust and work around it for sure. For sure. I love that.
Trust me, if you saw my TikTok that I posted today, it was about staying sane.
Oh no, I haven't seen it. I It's spring break. I have not been on much social media today. So I did do some recording for out in the pasture. So I've got a video I can make. I just haven't done it yet. So we'll get there someday. Oh, okay. So those, like I said, those are the coaching questions that I wanted to share with you. And I will text all of these graphics to you guys as well, so you have them. But I do want to share, just in closing, some exciting things that are coming up. So our next Red Jacket Rally will be April 16th. And then I do have something that Emily and we put together today, and I'm excited. So we want your help with this. If you guys are available, let me share my screen here. I'll be posting this in our unit group here in just a little bit. It is a March Mingle. So basically a glorified marketing event. And so it's gonna be next Tuesday, 8 o'clock, a little bit later. I know we got some good feedback on changing the time for unit meeting. But 8 o'clock next Tuesday. I don't do this every month, but every once in a while, especially when it's double credit, we have $10 starter kits. I thought this would be something helpful for our units to do. And so basically what you're gonna do is invite your friends, family, customers, anyone that you think, one, you want as a team member, or two, would be blessed to hear about Mary Kay. And you're going to invite them to a March Mingle on my Zoom. And the consultant who has the most guests is going to get a $20 Amazon gift card from me. Okay. And Emily and I are going to be sharing just our short stories, what we're doing before Mary Kay, why we joined, what almost held us back, what we love, and what we're working towards now. But we would love your help if you are available and would be willing to share your story on our March Mingle. And so, like I said, it'll only be like 2 or 3 minutes, but I thought it'd be really neat to have different others than just Emily and I doing this. So if you're available next Tuesday, we would love to have you help. We'll come up with an outline of who's going to talk when. I mean, informal, but also, it's not really, it won't be formal at all. Actually, I won't have probably slides except maybe showing the starter kit. I haven't figured out those details, but we would just share, and then customers could ask up to, I'd say, depending how many, I would say 2, maybe 3 questions. I'd have them pop in their chat as people are sharing if they have questions about the opportunity. And then at the end, Emily and I would go over all the questions. You guys wouldn't have to be put on the spot necessarily for that. We would handle that. But if you are available and would be willing, we would love to have you share. I think we're going to ask Jessica also from Emily's unit if she's free. I might have Jen Draper. I was going to ask her too. She wanted to be on tonight, but wasn't able to make it. And so if this is something that you're available for, let me know because we would love to have you help. And like I said, we'll be posting this in our unit groups here in just a little bit, but I wanted you guys to hear about it first. We chose a little bit earlier in the week with, Good Friday, Easter weekend, seeing if we can get some more team members in here. And so honestly, the 1 in 4, 1 in 5 join. And so I would love, we get, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more unit members, out of a one night. So it's basically like kind of like a big group Pearl chat kind of, but just really focused on marketing. And yeah, our March Mingle, so mingling with our Mary Kay leaders. So if you're available, let me know. And we'd love to have you help us with that. So that is all I had for our Red Jacket training tonight. I so appreciate all of you. So thankful we get to celebrate all of you in Kansas City this weekend. So do you have any questions or thoughts or anything before we wrap up tonight?
Well, I'll say I'll do the iStory thing if you need me to.
I do. We do. Kim too? Okay. Yay. Thank you, Kim. Okay. Like I said, I wasn't sure who was available. We just put it all together. Oh, nope. Summer, you're good. You're good. But yeah, I'm excited. So even if there's just us 4 and the others aren't, like, it'll still be great. Because I definitely want to leave time for questions, but I want to keep it to 30 minutes or less. So it's going to be pretty quick. And it will be on Zoom. So we may have to do some extra coaching with our customers because I will start right at 8 o'clock. I'll have it open beforehand. Because sometimes people are like, well, I don't have the Zoom app, or the link's not working, or the password's not working. And so we want to make sure, that we're really communicating with our guests. But I will get scripts, everything I'll put in the comments of that graphic here in just a little bit. Might be a little bit because I'm going to tell Ethan bye before he leaves for work. But yes, Emily, do you have something?
I was going to say, tell our customers we're going to be on 5 minutes early.
Oh, good idea. Yeah.
So that way, if they're having issues getting in, let us know. So then you join us 5 minutes early. We can just chat before it starts.
Yep, that's a good idea. Yep, I like that. Oop. Like that. Okay. Awesome. Okay. My hope is that not only would we get new team members, but this would be something simple for even new consultants to invite their friends and family to, and, possibly get team members as well. So this is a way that we can invite those that we have layered the heck out of, and tell them, hey, it's $10. And I might no, I'm not going to give away a starter kit. It's $10. Everybody come up with $10. I'm not going to give a starter kit away. But the consultant with the most guests gets the $20 Amazon gift card. And Emily and I were talking too, like, we're going to go in with you guys. So if we have more guests than you, then one of us is going to win it. So we're going to put a little bit of pressure on for everyone to invite their guests. And oh my gosh, I would love to see, 50, 60 women on. I think would be amazing. Amazing. So I think my Zoom might be capped at 100. So we can't have more than 100, but if so, and we have too many, then we'll do another one at 8:30 and I'll go from there. That'd be a good problem to have. So I am going to go ahead and end tonight's recording.